Well, hello there, everybody. Hope you all are doing wonderful. Today, it has been a while. And I'm probably not going to be talking as animated as I usually am for this stream, because I am, getting over that lingering cough from a cold a few weeks back, so I'm trying not to stress my vocal cords a little too much. But I hope you guys have all been doing well. Oh boy, it has been an insane month over here, but I'm glad to get back into this. So everyone over on Patreon decided that Silent Hill 2, the original, would be the next game we're doing. Oh, nope, we're not going to be doing that. The next game we're going to be doing live on stream. We already have the next one picked out as well as soon as we're done here. And I have all my notes pulled up. And everything we need for the stream should be ready to go. I do have some tea as well. I'm going to see if I can get away with not drinking any, because liquids tend to trigger it a little bit. But we'll make it work. Alright, so I am at some point going to be playing the remake as well, just to see what all they added, removed, altered. I have not seen a full playthrough of it. I've only seen small bits of it, so it'll be kind of like pseudo what they made with it blind. This one's definitely not blind. I've been playing this since I was a kid. Again, this was, I believe, 2001, so I started playing it when I was 11 years old, which was probably way too young for it, but anyways. So we're going to go ahead and get into this, but before... oh, by the way, let me know, guys, on the audio levels, because I wasn't able to test it too well on the mastering. Just let me know if I need to up my voice, lower my voice, up the game audio, lower the game audio, just as we get in for there. I have not played the remake, Neko. I was just saying that. I've only played the original, but I do plan to play the remake for you guys as well. Also, let me know how the screen is, because the Enhanced Edition is not a full screen on mine, so I literally have to kind of like modify the OBS screen to make it fit. So if you see edges of my monitor, let me know so I can fix it. But anyways, let's go ahead and get this going. But before we do, we have to load in New Game Plus, which involves me having to look at the results from my Born from a Wish playthrough, go back, and now we can do a new game. So now we're good to go. We're going to do normal action level just because I don't want to scream too much. Honestly, normal's pretty easy, but I still don't want to mess with it. And we're going to go with a hard riddle level, because you always want to go hard for the riddles. Let's go. We definitely need to clean that mirror, though. I love everything about this game. I mean, the original trilogy is just my childhood right there.
Mary, could you really be in this town?
Oh, and I presume that everybody in chat has already played the game, correct? I just want to make sure, because I don't want to spoil anything for anyone who hasn't played this. And this is how I know New Game Plus kicked in. Nope. Okay, so if that's the case, then I will treat this playthrough as if it's blind, just so everyone has... No, trust me, guys. If you guys haven't played it, the experience is something that's 100% worth it, so I'm not going to spoil things. I may talk around things, but otherwise I will not spoil anything. Now, when we play the remake, I'll go ahead and do full spoilers. So at this point, everyone who hasn't played the series, the only games they've seen me play is the original game, so we'll go from there. Now, there is an option in the enhanced editions. Let me see. Where you can make it so you can run in full 3D rather than tank controls. I think that's it. Yeah, like that. It literally will allow you to walk with regular controls, but for the purposes of this game, I am not going to do that. We're going to play OG. I can also turn the blood purple and green and all kinds of colors. I'll do my best when we do justice for this game. I'm actually kind of nervous about doing this stream for you guys, to be 100% frank.
In my restless dreams, I see that town, Silent Hill. You promised you'd take me there again someday, but you never did. Well, I'm alone there now, in our special place, waiting for you.
I got a letter. The name on the envelope said Mary. My wife's name. It's ridiculous. Couldn't possibly be true. That's what I keep telling myself. A dead person can't write a letter. Mary died of that damn disease 3 years ago. So then, why am I looking for her? Our special place. What could she mean? This whole town was our special place. Does she mean the park on the lake? We spent the whole day there. Just the two of us, staring at the water. Could Mary really be there? Is she really alive? Waiting for me?
And there we go. Yay, tank controls. I absolutely love it. I was actually having a debate with a buddy of mine that I prefer the tank controls in Silent Hill games because it's harder to play and it's frustrating, which means when you're being attacked by enemies, it enhances your anxiety because you cannot control the character properly. Alright, let's get this going. Gotta love those oddly weird trees in the background. Alright, so just for the clarification here, it says we're off from Paleville. Now, Paleville is technically the sub-region of Silent Hill that is the area we played in the first game. So Paleville is north of Toluca Lake, and we're going to be in Southvale, which is south of Toluca Lake. So it's two different sections of the town. It's like some cities have multiple names for different districts. That's kind of how they did it here. And just the letter that she was referencing right there. And that's our dead wife. It's like Tokyo. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, even like my city, we have maybe like 5 or 6. I'm sorry, if I pause and mute myself randomly, it's just because I'm having a little bit of a coughing fit, so bear with me. We'll see if I can get through this whole thing. But yeah, my city has like 5 or 6 different districts. And there's monsters in the background that we can't see. We just know they're there. I don't know if I'd say Silent Hill had an influence in Alan Wake. Well, I mean, most of what had an influence of Alan Wake we were aware of. I mean, a lot of Stephen King, this House of Leaves, Twilight Zone, a bunch of stuff like that. There's definitely a very similar vibe, though, for sure. So just a heads up, guys, if it gets to the point where I basically can't talk, I may just end the stream and we'll restart this from scratch another time when I'm fully over this. I'm kind of gambling time right now, to be honest. Hopefully I can get through it.
Excuse me,
I'm sorry. I
No,
was
it's
just...
okay. I didn't mean to scare you. I'm kind of lost.
Lost?
Yeah. I'm looking for Silent Hill. Is this the right way?
Yeah. It's hard to see with this fog, but there's only the one road. You can't miss it.
Thanks.
But
Yes?
I think you'd better stay away. This town, there's something wrong with it. It's kind of hard to explain, but
Is
Yep,
it
you are definitely
dangerous?
lost.
maybe. And it's not just the fog either.
Okay,
It's...
I got it. I'll be careful.
I'm not lying.
No, I believe you. It's just... I guess I really don't care if it's dangerous or not. I'm going to town either way.
But why?
I'm looking for... someone.
Who is it?
Someone... very important to me. I'd do anything if I could be with her again.
Me too. I'm looking for my mama. I mean my mother. It's been so long since I've seen her. I thought my father and brother were here, but I can't find them either. I'm sorry. It's not your
No,
problem.
I hope you find them.
Yeah, you too.
Honestly, I kind of prefer the original voice acting, only because it is very uncanny and just everyone feels off. Just weird and off. And like, I get that the remake's voice acting has a lot more objectively better voice acting and more emotional, but this just makes you feel uneasy all the time. Just all the time. And that's kind of the intention. It might be nostalgia speaking, but we have to admit it is far more uncanny this way. Okay. Let's see if we can find that cool little thing. are you? Oh, what's that? Alright, guys. We're gonna Evil Dead this shit. Yeah! I mean, this is better than a plank of wood, right? Because we're in New Game Plus right now, Lemonade. Do you think Bruce Campbell should be the MC in the Silent Hill game? Let's be real. I think that'd be fun. No, I didn't even know there were Evil Dead games, Matthew. Where am I going? I just ran face first into that. Keep out. Yeah. I mean, isn't that an appropriate thing? It's not just a keep out sign, it's... There's certain things you really don't want to go looking at. This is definitely a warning. Now, if I remember correctly, the face in this poster is supposed to be mirrored after Jack Nicholson's character in The Shining. When he's looking through the door. Long, long road just to make it into town. You're playing Alan Wake 2 for the first time, also watching your first playthrough after you beat every chapter. Nice! Sounds like a fun way to do it. But yeah, I think the variation in voice acting presentations really comes down to what type of vibe you're hoping to set. While I will acknowledge the remake is a more emotional in that respect, this one is more uncanny. Oh, you're playing the remake right now to see the difference? Nice. Alrighties. So, do we have a map in this area already? Yeah, we do. So if anyone isn't aware, all of the street names are based upon authors. Some horror, some science fiction, things like that. For example, like Lindsay Street is named after David Lindsay. Vaucus is Andrew Vaucus. Katz Street is William Katz, who's a horror author of things like Surprise Party and Facemaker. Sanders Street is Lawrence Sanders, author of the Anderson tapes. It just keeps going on and on and on and on. I'm not going to go through all of them. I mean, like, Harris Street is Thomas Harris, who's the author of the Hannibal Lecter books. But no, we're not going to use the chainsaw. Sorry, guys. We're playing this as intended, though. As if it was the first run-through. I just wanted to hang out with the chainsaw for a while. Okay, we're just gonna walk around and see if we can pick up all of our... Come on, grab it. First aid kit. There's a bunch of stuff. I don't think we're gonna really need all the health items. I think last time when I did my test playthrough, I got through this pretty easily, but just in case, we'll see what we can grab. Save the chainsaw for emergencies? Sure. We'll turn into Bruce Campbell if we need to. Are these blood marks? No, it's cherry Kool-Aid. Come on, bro. That shadow just now. Okay, let's see where we're at. Okay, before we head down Vaucus Road, we're gonna try to see as much of this area as we can. I do not recall how many drinks we have here. We'll go on both sides of the street just in case. Just waiting for his head to turn. Is your head gonna turn? At least you have better cardio than Alan. I do appreciate it. Okay. Yeah, and that's the direction over there. Okay. Let's head back over here and see if we... I think there's some on the steps here somewhere. Oh, we do want to check this out, though. Something is written on it. Too bad I can't read it. Let me see if I can find it. I do have a copy of this entire text here. Remains of redacted swamp. The Urs of land is monument was originally swamp, but it was later filled. From ago, nicknamed Blood Swamp because they poured to wash the in here. Perhaps it's that many have in the area. So the actual, like, just a paraphrase. Actually, I think I might have the full text here somewhere. Swamp monument. There we go. So what it fully says is the remains of Blood Swamp. The X meters of land surrounding this monument was originally a swamp, but was later filled in. From long ago, the swamp was nicknamed Blood Swamp because the executioners poured the water used to wash the execution tools in here. Perhaps it's for that reason that many people seem to have seen ghosts in the area. So honestly, this monument right here kind of sums up the entire theme of the game. Where you have that dark thing that's right under the surface, and you just pave over the top of it with a nice concrete road. You don't know what lies under the surface. I think that's everything. Okay, let's go. Yep, Texan burger. So I'm gonna try my best to capture everything, but I may miss things. It's a little harder to catch everything when you're going live than when you're just playing in your downtime. There we go, that's what I'm looking for. I don't think I'm going to need all the save point. Might as well use it. I've never heard of suffering EMD. It's crazy how much legwork a brilliant soundtrack and the little fog does to make the game terrifying on a blind run. Dude, that's what I've heard so much about people who play this blind, is it's mostly the atmosphere that does it in. It's less the horrors that come later, but more just... You can just walk through this place and be creeped out. Let's do it. He's weird just grabbing random health drinks on the sidewalk. I mean, like, it's unattended. Maybe he's thirsty. It's a long drive. Hello there. Look at that booty. This one's caked up for sure. Come on. Are you gonna come at me? Come at me, bro. Nope. Screw it.
Is
No.
it dead? What the hell is it?
What's up, Break?
It's not human.
These are not called numbodies, they're called lying figures. Let me see where I'm at in here. Sorry, I have my list of my notes, so I'm trying to figure out where I'm at. There I am. Now, the interpretation of the title, lying figure, again, what type of lying are we talking about? Being deceitful or just laying down?
Oh, yeah. This thing broken? What the? I'd better take it anyway. I might need it.
Okay, alrighties then. So, I saw someone mention the red square symbolism, and yes. So, this game doesn't have as much overt alchemical symbolism as the first game, but the red square definitely is one. I'm not gonna... What I'd recommend, because I'm not gonna do it justice, is I will direct everyone over to Max Derrick's channel. He has a video on the symbolism of the red square. So I'll direct you all over there, but the simple expression from alchemical terms is squaring the circle, which is deemed an impossible task, but it's more of a thought experiment. He doesn't need to wipe his feet. He is wiping his feet all over the ground. I have not played Stellaris, no. And luckily, we can just run past most of these guys. And for some reason, the caution tape is now missing. Let's see, where am I at? It's a civilization management game? Okay. Oh god, I hate that sound. That means there's some creepers about. Creepers are those little insect monsters that show up all over the place. Which, weirdly enough, was a hallucination Lisa Garland had when she was, hopped up on, PTV. You guys see it? You guys see the lying figure? This one always gets me. So I'm just going to ignore this guy. Unless you're in an enclosed area, a lot of these monsters can just be avoided entirely. Let's see where we're at. Let's head down the other alley and see if we can find anything. 'Cause honestly, I do not recall where all of the supplies are located at. Oh, there's one right there. I have not played Silent Hill F, no. Me being me, when that game came out, my decision was, let's just play from the start of the series and work our way up to it. Whoa, let's back up. Oh, there's more right there. Happy Burger! Let's be real, that's just a Burger King logo. Like, me being me, I'm probably... I'm unfortunately one of those that if it's not one of the first 4 games, it's a subpar Silent Hill game. Just because, like, I feel the writers for the later games didn't really understand the setting and didn't understand the vibe as well as the original authors. There's a memo lying on the sofa. I'll wait at Bar Neely's. Oh, how do I get out of here? There we go. I mean, it took me a while to learn to appreciate Silent Hill 4 for what it was. But all you gotta do is to keep in mind the idea of claustrophobia while you're playing that game, or more specifically, agoraphobia while you're playing that game. And it's so much better through that lens. Hello there. Hold on, the cat's yelling at me right now. Alright, I'm back. Samwise decided to join us, and I grabbed some more cough drops. Okay. Yeah, because each game at the end of the day is trying to get across a different point. And what they focus on horror-wise is unique to the protagonist, obviously, but as a result, you get different types of fear. Okay, there's Bar Neely's. Let's not stop by here just yet. I want to head up to the north end of the street first. That one's on platforms. Just saying. I mean, platform shoes. Wait, was that another? Oh, handgun bullets. I do not have a handgun yet, but I will take their bullets. And we'll discuss how the evolution of the series goes when we get to future games. I mean, some did it better than others, but I don't think it captured the essence of the originals. Okay, let's get rid of these guys just so we don't have to deal with them. I'm trying to read here, jerk. Thank you. Goodbye. Well, what I think, Flarouge, is... I think where Silent Hill 2, because of how incredible it was, is every other writer tried to mimic what Silent Hill 2 did, rather than taking the narrative into a different direction. Like the first 4 games were all radically different from each other, but once we moved on past that, it was just, let's just find a character with repressed trauma and explore it. And they did Silent Hill 2 over and over and over and over again, rather than making a new story. Yes, we're playing the Enhanced Edition, Forrest. There's a memo on the ground. I'm gonna write everything that I've learned so far. Maybe that will help you somehow. If you're reading this, it probably means I'm already dead. I saw those demons. They were there, I'm certain, but my friend says he didn't see anything. If that's true, does that mean that what I saw was an illusion? But whether that demon that ate humans beings was real, or whether it was just some kind of hallucination that my mind dreamed up, one thing I know for sure is that I'm beyond all hope. It seems that they're attracted to light. That's why people who need light to see are their natural prey. They also react so strongly to sound. What I find interesting about this line specifically is that's why people who need light to see are their natural prey. Sorry, if my inflection's a little off, I'm trying to suppress a cough right now. I apologize. But it comes down to the more modern influence of metacognition, but more specifically those who are more accustomed to shadow work, who don't need to blind themselves with the light of consciousness, who can just look into their unconscious psyche a little bit, or their subconscious psyche a little bit easier. Their demons don't torment them as much because they've kind of reconciled them and brought them to the surface and dealt with them. So I'm reading through, Break knows this, but I'm reading through Dostoevsky's Crime and Punishment at the moment. And that book definitely was an inspiration to the story. Like, there's just no getting around it. For anyone who is unfamiliar, the entire purpose of the book, spoiler alert, is a character who commits a crime at the start, gets away with it, and starts hallucinating and having... He starts tormenting himself through hallucinations and other kinds of weird experiences. If you want to go on living, you'd be better off just sitting in the dark and staying quiet, but even that probably won't save you. If you're going to try and fight them, the most important thing is to relax. It's dangerous to fire a gun. It's dangerous to go alone, so take this... Sorry, wrong game. Sorry. It's dangerous to fire a gun while you're all crazy with fear. Take good aim, and then squeeze the trigger, and don't forget to finish them off. I think most of those creatures can be killed, even if they are tougher than people. Isn't that true? The internal demons are stronger than the external ones. Run away. Definitely. I've never seen The Machinist. Is that a film? Okay, where am I at? Okay, so I think we're good to head to Neely's bar. Let's check Big J's real quick. Oh. So this is an interesting little tidbit. It's kind of just out of nowhere. But you see up here at the top, we have St. Stella's Church, right next to the fire station. So I looked it up, and apparently St. Stella is a real-life saint. And her history was that, according to the legend, it was that she was an orphan. She was baptized in secret at this point, because at this point in time, Christianity was a taboo, and you can get executed for this kind of stuff. But the legends say that she also ended a drought by having the local people pray, and she was... The name translates roughly literally to Star of the Sea, and she acted as a guiding light for sailors, and invoking her name was said to cause storms to subside and diminish. Which is, I think, an interesting title to have for a church right on the edge of the lake. Ah, jerk. Don't touch my feet. I don't remember which door's open. And I don't know why that one has a red curtain over the door, but whatever. Maybe it is just Bar Neely's that opens up and that's all I gotta do. That is a very, very weird cockroach problem. I very much agree. There's like a song called Stella Maria by Jocelyn Pook that I think it's about her. Interesting. It's also a name for Mary as well. Oh, serious. Huh, interesting. Okay, I'll have to look into that. Okay, so nothing in all those areas, but there's something at the end of the street, which we already got what's at the end of the street. So we're good. I love this. The infamous line, "There was a hole here. It's gone now." Okay, maybe this is just me matrixing, and this is 100% not what this is, but when I first looked over and I saw the plaster peeling off, it looked like a weird map to me. That's not what that is whatsoever, but my brain... the brain makes up patterns when they don't exist, right? Okay, I think that's everything. See, we've already gone here. That's where the bunker, or the, not the bunker, the trailer is. We got the notes up top, so I guess we're heading over to the apartment complex. Can you guys, like, please stop trying to bully me over here? I don't appreciate it. Will you play Deltarune? I don't think I've played the first game. If I remember, I could be wrong because I don't know anything about the series, but I think Deltarune is a sequel to another game, right? It's not. Okay, I'm just dumb and not knowing my own media at this point. The door that wakes in darkness opens into nightmares. Okay. Done. And we're in the apartments. You'll appreciate Deltarune more if you played Undertale. Yeah, it's Undertale. That's what I thought it was, a sequel to. I could be wrong to that, but I thought those two games were related somehow. Okay, I don't think there's anything out here until we continue onwards. Oh, they are connected. Okay, gotcha. Okay, let's get this dungeon going. Maybe it's just me being weird, but I think one of the reasons I loved the initial Silent Hill game so much is because these areas act like dungeons, and they always reminded me of Zelda dungeons. Find the key, go over here, go through the map, work room by room until you get to the end. Growing up, Zelda and Silent Hill were kind of my two big things. Kind of find the green tunic, right? Maybe someone left a boomerang in one of the apartment rooms. Okay, so the cool thing here is that if you're under the light, you can read. But if you're not under the light, you can't read. And that's until we get a flashlight. And because the lighting's so good in here, I generally don't use the flashlight as much as I can. It's because the enemies really can't see you very well if you don't have the flashlight turned on, so you can use it to sneak up on them. No. Kick's better. Kick's better. Damn it. The kick will instant kill him, which is why you want to do that. There we go. That was just me not being good at the game for a second. I apologize. And, of course, we find a mannequin wearing our dead wife's clothing without a head, but over here on the counter we have all these severed mannequin heads. I mean, like, anytime you look at stories that delve deep into the recesses of the mind, the light is a very, very relevant symbol just because you're trying to explore the uncharted depths of the dark parts you've never seen before. And by leaving the light out like this, and making you have to take it, it's forcing you to accept the responsibility of, yes, I'm going to go looking. You're making the conscious choice to do so. And now we have the mannequins. Nothing but legs. Thighs. Aren't they beautiful? So there's a lot of points as this story progresses where the town is asking him, are you sure you want to keep going? Are you positive? Okay then. And this is just part one. I mean, technically the beginning was the do not enter sign. This is the closed off areas. We're not going to let you in. And then you come to an area with caution tape. You're not allowed to go behind this point. Grab the radio, find your first lying figure. Okay, now you can go past this. Do you want to look into the darkness? Okay, take this flashlight. But we're letting you have full agency over this. And he's continuously choosing to go deeper. The mannequins creep you up more than nurses. So, I think Reaper, the remake, did more to play into that aspect of the character. Because I think the authors, or the writers of the remake projected a little bit too much onto this. And we'll talk a little bit more of that once we get into the hospital. Because we'll have a perfect example of it. But not everything is about that. Oh, you jerk! Get back here. You little creepy bugger. Oh, hi. You sure are a dick. I love how I always do worse live than I am when I'm just playing by myself. But isn't that the truth of anything, right? Oh, are you just gonna go into the room without me? Oh shit! This is a very small bathroom. It's not made for 2 people. Kick it! Kick it! Oh my gosh. Okay, it's because of how small this room is, it's just beating me up. Wow, okay. Wow. Not worth it. Oh shit. Hi there. See, that's how these encounters should go. 2 strikes, kick them, and we're done. That's it. I think that's all we got in here. Yeah, okay. We came in here, took a lot of damage just for some handgun bullets, which we will use later on. In this, I'm gonna just call it dungeon in the apartments. I'm not gonna really need to use that whatsoever, but... Okay, there's 2 rooms. Let's see if we can get through there. No, 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 don't attack. No. Kick it. Kick it. Damn it. Like, you just have to let go of the trigger button for it to kick rather than swing. And there was no point coming down here. Okay, never mind. Dude, the claustrophobia in here is just insane. Because you literally can't avoid anything. Alright. So room 204 is cemented over. Okay, what have we got in here? Do we got... Nope, no health drinks in here, so we're good. Not much. Oliver, we haven't missed much. Maybe it's just me and I'm the weirdo, but I will literally listen to the soundscape of this game while I'm working, just in the background. Alright, I'm back, sorry. I'm just pounding cough drops right now to keep this at bay. This note, it must be from a person who lived here. Now, I think this doesn't appear until New Game Plus. It's not here in the original run-through. 3 needles... Oh, no, 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 no. I take it back. I'm a liar. It's a different room. 3 needles stand of 3 different heights. The fat, the tall, and the thin. From slow to fast, they move to the right. Scott rests not on 3, but 15. Okay, so that's just a clock puzzle. But I do know there is one book in this apartment that isn't there in the original run-through. The scars from the past shall remove the nail that stops time. Shall remove the nail. I mean, it seems kind of opposite for me. I mean, the nail that stops time could be the trauma that literally creates the complex and keeps you trapped in the past. Get out of here, Remedy. Right. Okay, so we need to come back here once we get the clock key. Okay, guess we're gonna head up to the 3rd floor. Do you think the Silent Hill 1 remake will have references to 2, 3? I mean, I would presume that Bloober will try to incorporate the first game's plot more. I'm just really nervous about how they're going to approach it. Because Silent Hill 1 is the most symbolic dense game in the franchise, in my opinion. Because of just how overt they are when they're looking at alchemical symbolism. And they kind of take a step back from that in all future games.
Ow!
Jerk.
Wait! Damn it.
Freaking child running around here. Gosh, brat. I mean, Silent Hill 2 doesn't really do anything besides referencing. Well, Silent Hill 2 also references Silent Hill 4. Because there's James's father is a character in Silent Hill 4, and there's a character mentioned, actually in this dungeon, that is a figure in that game as well. But of course, we have to have the quote-unquote innocent child running around. So there's a lot of debate since this game came out originally about, is everything happening for real? Like, is everybody that James meets real, or is it all projections? My position is it really doesn't matter. At the end of the day, from a storytelling perspective, it accomplishes the exact same thing, so it's not even worth getting into. But the little girl, like anything else, when you see children running around in here, especially when its clothing is clean, well kept, it's that it's the inner child that's wounded, or you're trying to find again at the end of the day. So there's a lot of gunshots in here. And this is just like, this happens, by the way, all the time when you're in America shopping around. You just find handguns sitting in shopping carts. That's just a normal sight, by the way, for anyone who's not from here. Wink. See, like, and that's why, Fleurs, I don't like the entire idea of saying, oh, well, this is what this thing is. The word is should be stricken from our lexicon in certain ways when we're talking about things that are very subjective. Because is implies something objective versus we should use the term seems to be, or appears to be, or possibly is, or possibly maybe. But I wouldn't say the girl is James's inner child, but more is a reflection of. Even if it's a completely separate person. Okay. What was that? Some kind of noise north of here? Silent Hill 2 secretly a co-op game. I mean, it almost could have. Hello there. Let's strobe him. Maybe, maybe the red pyramid thing will, like, have a seizure or something. That's how that works, right? Okay. Now, so the interesting thing about this is before we picked up the handgun, this chair was empty. It's only after James picks up the handgun that this body appears. So, I've seen a lot of discourse surrounding this being literally... Especially with the time loop theory about, oh, this is actually him. You killed himself at one point. If that was the case, then this would have been here the entire time. This is more of an intrusive thought. Without going into the full details, but after picking up the handgun, James had an intrusive thought that culminated in this. Now, he didn't act upon it, but the thought was there. So, this figure appeared. Key to room 202. Let's go. Why the static on the TV? Because it's creepy. Who is this dead person? It's an intrusive thought of James killing himself. Manifesting here. That's really all I'm going to say on it. It's not a specific character we know. Ooh, hello there. Yeah, because if that body was a feature of this area, it would have always been there. But it only appears after James picks up the gun. And of course, here we are in a room full of moths, symbolizing metamorphosis. Also, Alessa had a thing for bugs like this. I think she collected moths, if I remember correctly. So this is the point where you just rip off a piece of the bedcloth and wrap it around your hand and then reach inside. Now, why there's green all over the walls, I have no idea. But yeah, if you really want to think about the moths here and there's representation of transformation is kind of like a microcosm of a lot of what Silent Hill 1 was talking about. Because if you're doing the 7 stages of spiritual alchemy, the moth is a perfect version of it, which is why at the halfway point of that game, Harry fights the float stinger moth on top of the post office at the halfway point, which is halfway through the transformation process, where the worm goes into the chrysalisk and then finally emerges out. And again, I apologize, guys, for not being as animated as I normally am. I'm just trying to keep talking. Like my life depends on it. That was a nasty one. Alright, let's do this. Okay, let's see if I remember what this is. Okay, so this is going to be something like 9:15. Oh, wait, no. It's like 9:06 or something like that. Okay. Oh, that's right. I have to do it this way. Now that I think of it, there was a big clock in room 208. So what do you guys think? Okay, so the clock is stopped at 6:10, implying that James is frozen at this point in time. Not literally that 6:50. Sorry, that 6:50 is relevant to him specifically, but more he's just frozen in time specifically, and we have to turn the clock forward so he's not stuck in the past. Which, weirdly enough, I'm just noticing this now, but I think it's interesting. He's stuck at 6. Let's move it forward 3 hours. The number 3 is important here. 3. Wink. You guys know what I'm thinking if you know the story. We have to ship him forward 3 hours. Okay. Let's move on. Because isn't it like that when you're... Because isn't that one of the definitions of trauma where you're just literally reliving the same time over and over in your head? And you just can't move past it. It's like you're frozen in time. Oh yeah, they did mention at the beginning of the game. Yeah, so 3 years ago his wife died. They mentioned that at the beginning of the game. I'm just trying to not spoil the much of the story, but yeah. So he's frozen in time 3 years ago. Cultist Simulator? No, I have not. And generally, like, complexes kind of freeze you emotionally at the age when the trauma initially occurred as well. I think I'd talk about that briefly in my video on Sphere. Oh no, it's the upstairs. Upstairs is where this is at. Okay. Where the little girl kicked my hand, little jerk. I mean, you can look for additional symbolism on Moth's Oliver. From the writer's perspective, I think it's just we're focusing on the basic transformation symbol. Actually, hold on. I think we need to go downstairs first. Let me just double check. I could be wrong, but let me just verify. Like, in a certain way, dreamscapes or mentalscapes obey a kind of poetry. Like, poems are not intended to be taken literally, but they're intended to evoke certain emotions and trains of thought that all kind of interrelate with one another. So a lot of these symbols are intended to do the exact same thing. It just brings attention to a certain idea. Draco, you're the one that brought that up. I did not mention that darn knife at all. You're the one that mentioned it, so now you have to stew in it. It's a Quantum Break reference for anyone who's confused. Oh, hello there. Yeah, we should have knocked first. I mean, but in our defense, the Red Pyramid did not put a sock on the door, so we didn't know what was going on inside. This is the iconic scene from Blue Velvet, David Lynch film. So James really does not want to contend with whatever that represents. And now we found the courtyard key. So I know there's a lot. The writers and the scenario designers clarified what this scene is supposed to mean, even though the fan base is very much in disagreement with him. But it was clarified this is less to do with the sexual context, but more to do with the aspect of shame, where you're literally trying to flush and bury this down the garbage disposal, down into the drain, which then goes into the sewers and is evacuated. Out of mind, out of sight. So it's more to do with shame, but you can project other context on top of it as well. You could argue, well, what is the shame that he's trying to get rid of? That's a fair debate. But how it's set up is more specific towards trying to remove or hide shame. Let's just hang out here for a second and let them walk right by us. Oh my god, come on. This thing does not like to let me kick it. Where is it? I'm gonna let it walk over to me because I do not want to get hit by this bad boy. Come on, where are you? There you are. See, it can't see me. So now I can let it get back to me and then run up. I do not know why it's not letting me kick them right now. I do not know who you two people are. Goodbye. I'm just gonna try to avoid you and pick up my stuff. For some reason you can't grab items without the light turned on because you can't see it. Goodbye, I'm out of here. A fire escape key. Okay, let's see where we're at right now. We still need to head down this way to 304, 305, and work our way down. We also missed room 306, which I think is concreted over, so we're fine. I mean, ultimately, isn't that what shape is all about? Is it something you want to keep hidden from everyone else? Okay, that's open. Let's go this way real quick, though. Okay, that's unlocked now, so we can get going. Most things don't like to be... I mean, that is fair, but they should let me kick them. I mean, I am the protagonist here. Canned juice. And just like the jelly beans in the first game, there's nothing there. It's just juice. You just need something to use for this puzzle. Now we can just sit around and philosophize all day long about the symbolism of a six-pack of juice. I mean, it is the number 6. We can get into the numerology of it, or we can just accept that a cigar is just a cigar sometimes. And again, we'll talk more about this I Am a D, but it's a lot more than just that. I feel the remake did a disservice to the character by making all the motivations about that, which it wasn't. That was not the entire motivation. Okay, hold on, the cat's yelling at me right now. 2 seconds. Oh, cats. So she did not want to eat the food where it was at. She wanted me to pick up her food, put it in a different bowl, and then move it into a different room, and then she was good to eat. Cats are weird. Okay. Where were we? Time to hit all the way back to the laundry room. Now, the biggest thing I find annoying about the laundry room in the Woodside Apartments is the simple fact that... let's just take a look. There is only 2 machines. How many people live on this floor? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So we have 12 households, most likely with more than one person living inside the apartment, at least, between 1 to 3. With only 2... Actually, arguably just 1, because you have 1 washer, 1 dryer. Somebody needs to get a hold of the landlord, because this is just horrible living conditions. And time to use our canned juice. I mean, you know, James, there's another solution to this. You just take that giant 2x4 you've been hanging around and just poke the bag until it falls. I'm pretty sure you can put more force against that thing with your own, you know, good old-fashioned upper body strength rather than the weight of a 6-pack of juice. Okay, I'm done ranting. Okay. The garbage bag is torn and the contents are strewn all over. You got the old man coin. What is this? Some gossip magazine. The police announced today that Walter Sullivan, who was arrested on the 18th of this month for the brutal murder of Billy Locane and his sister Miriam, committed suicide in his jail cell early on the morning of the 22nd. According to the police statement, Sullivan used a soup spoon to stab himself in the neck and severing his carotid artery. By the time the guard discovered him, Sullivan was dead from blood loss and a spoon buried 2 inches in his neck. An old schoolmate of Walter Sullivan's from his hometown of Pleasant River said, "He didn't look like the type of guy who would kill kids. But I do remember that just before they arrested him, he was blurting out all sorts of strange things like, 'He's trying to kill me, he's trying to punish me, the monster, the red devil. Forgive me, I did it, but it wasn't me.'" The schoolmate then added, "I guess he was kind of crazy." I've always been really confused by this newspaper article, because obviously from the context of Silent Hill 2, it's intended to kind of reflect the red devil James just saw upstairs in the apartment. But in the context of Silent Hill 4, those comments don't really make a lot of sense. You guys can hear the cat too? Yeah, I'm gonna... Okay, cat, you can come in. Come on, Zoe. Because, yeah, those weren't... From the context of Silent Hill 4, those were not the only murders that Walter Sullivan had. Okay, let me see if I can find something real quick. You guys need a Zoe cam. Yeah, I know. Maybe in the next stream I'll have a picture of Billy and Miriam from Silent Hill 4 just to show you exactly what happened to those two. But it's also possible that the features of this newspaper were altered to reflect James's personal experience rather than a definitive and like an actual representation of what the newspaper article was saying. Like they could have just subtly altered it. Oh, trust me, if I had a camera, it would not be of her in her bed. She would literally just be on the desk walking back and forth, trying to interrupt the stream. Large coin printed with the face of an old person. Took it from the trash can chute. Let me see. What does that say? I forgot what that says. Like right now, she's trying to walk in front of the monitor. Hold on. Let me just go further down in my notes here real quick. Cat, please do not knock over my microphone. No, 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 no. Don't knock that over either. Hold on. See, this is why I don't let her in here when I'm streaming. This is a bottle of red adult juice, and I do not need you knocking that over because you'll stain the carpet. No, kitty. No, kitty. All right. And no, please don't. Not the keyboard. Not the keyboard. Okay, well. You guys asked me to let her come in. No, stop nudging. Okay. Give me a second, guys. I gotta move some stuff around so she doesn't make a mess. 1 second. Okay, so as long as that's out of the way, we're good. Oh, where are we at? Head upstairs. There we go. And now she's just sitting there literally staring at me and judging me silently. This is why a cat cam for her will never work, because she does not sit still. Now, despite common belief, this is not entering the other world. The other world actually does not appear until the second dungeon. What's up, Ty? How you doing? It's been a while. Hope you're doing good. Okay. Now we're in the Blue Creek apartments. No, cat. Please don't step over there. Oh god, here we go. You guys ready for this? Okay, I'm gonna take a picture of this real quick. I mean, why wouldn't you? You're looking into the muck, into a place you otherwise never would go looking to find something of value. So why not a shitty toilet? Actually, I don't think I'm supposed to be in here just yet. Hold on, I think we have to head back to the other side. Oh, let me check the maps. Yeah, because we still haven't done much here. Give me a second. I'm trying to remember. I thought we did all of this first. Oh, that's right. I already have the courtyard key, and I just never used it. My bad. Sorry. Yeah, here. I'm a dum-dum. Ignore me. Yeah, like, it's one of those things where any sane person wouldn't make the decisions James is making. It reminds me a little bit of like Alan Wake 2 with Saga's decisions at the beginning of the game, where it's like, why would you go looking for a human heart and put it through a sign near the like, why would you do that? Like, no sane person would even think that that's something to do. Well, I can tell you what the actual symbolism of the P-trap underneath the toilet is. It's to prevent gases from leaking up from the drainage system. Because the water gets stuck in the P-trap, and therefore it acts as a sealant so that the sewage gases don't back up into your house. Plumbing 101. I mean, Vest, even if I was told to do that, I'd be like, wait, what? Why are you asking me to do this? I mean, considering these lying figures can't get out of the pool, I might as well just hang out in the jacuzzi for a while. Okay, so what we're going to do is kite these bad boys all the way over here. Come on, follow me. I want you guys to come over here. All the way to this end of the pool. Good, now let's run. Ow. Grab it, grab it, grab it. Now run. Almost. I almost got away with that with no damage. Alright. There we go. The old man coin, we have the snake coin. Large coin printed with the snake, I found it in the pool by the water. I thought you can look at the back of it. I know there is stuff on the back, but I guess it's not letting me. Oh, hello there. And he lost sight of me. Kick it! Oh my gosh, come on. I don't know why they're not letting me kick those guys right now. Okay, camera! What are you doing? You know what, fine. Just hit him. Jerk. Nothing in here. Alright, let's get out of here. Get away from the door, you jerk. I'm trying to leave. Alright, we're good. No, Hypnosil, I have not played the remake yet. We will be playing it. I'm just doing the original right now as a refresher. Yes! Hey, Jamie. Yes, we're going old school. I mean, at the end of the day, if you want to look at the story of a game, or just a story in general, you always have to go by the original. Because that's the original intention. Now, if a new writer comes along, like with the remake, and makes a spin on it, that's great and all. It could even enhance it, but it's not the original intention. So we always want to go with the fresh context of this first, and then look at anything that comes after. Okay, let's take a look at 101 all the way down at the end of the hall. I mean, with remakes upon remakes upon remakes and reimaginings, it becomes very easy to lose what was originally there. And let other interpretations color what the author intended, which isn't possible. Because sometimes, especially with classic literature, 100 years later, or centuries later, or millennia later, you let someone else tell you what the original story said, which is not accurate. And I'm saying this while we're listening to someone retching. What the? Who could have done this?
It wasn't me. I didn't do it.
Do what?
I didn't do anything. I swear. He was like this when I got here.
My name's James. James Sunderland.
Eddie.
Eddie. Who's that dead guy in the kitchen?
I didn't do it. I swear I didn't kill anybody.
You're not friends with that red pyramid thing, are you?
Red pyramid thing? I don't know what you're talking about. Honest. But I did see some weird looking monsters. They scared the hell out of me, so I ran in here.
Well, I guess this place isn't too safe either. What happened here anyway?
I told you, I don't know. I'm not even from this town. I just...
You too, huh? Something just brought you here, right?
Yeah, you could say that.
Well, whatever it is, I think you better get out of here soon.
Yeah, you're right. What about you?
I'll leave as soon as I'm done here. Eddie, be careful.
James, you be careful too.
Okay. Okay, we good there? Maybe I should go inside where we can listen to him retching a little bit more. But yeah, my comment is not that remakes are inherently bad. It's more that if you're going to do a remake, you want to experience the original first, and then move into the remake so that you can see the variances, see what's added, see what's not, what's taken out, and appreciate it through that lens. But my fear with literature, especially when you have a lot of retellings, is over time, over the decades, the centuries, the original becomes forgotten. And people only remember the remake as the original. And that's always been, that's always been my concern with the whole thing. I mean, for example, talking about classic literature, oh gosh, Jekyll and Hyde. Most modern variations of that story show that the act of becoming Hyde is a physical transformation that turns him into a monster, which is not the case. Dr. Jekyll was always the monster. He always had those dark inclinations. He just was so respected that he had to keep a public face and never show anyone it. So what he did was make himself physically look different so that he can act upon his already pre-existing impulses and not be caught for it and not be recognized. So his forward-facing face was never associated with his negative deeds. But he was always a bastard. He was always a sick puppy. It's not something that brought out the sick puppy. But the remakes upon remakes always tell the Jekyll and Hyde story in that light, which is inaccurate to the book. And it also, I think it kind of diminishes the entire point of the story as well, by interpreting it in that light. Yeah, it's a good one too, Neca Gamer. Hades was always the most rational, reasonable one in Greek mythology. But I think what happened with Hades specifically was that they conflated Hades with Satan, with the devil. And so a lot of the Christian preconceptions was then overlaid on top of Hades' name. I'm trying to remember. Yeah, there. But even in the sense of your Lemonade, if we're talking about Thanatos as the I wouldn't say god of death, he's more the personification of death. I wouldn't even consider that a negative. I wouldn't even consider that a negative thing. It's more just a fact of life. Yeah, and that's why they refer to him as Pluton as well, Vest. Because he was a god of wealth, of jewels that were within the earth. That's why, in my opinion, the further back in time you go with certain stories, the more to the truth you're getting. Or at least the intention you're getting. Well, Brick, a lot of what happens with Greek mythology specifically is not even the cult beliefs. It was sometimes you had, like, playwrights who were making fictional stories using the gods as characters, and then those stories were then recorded as the actual cult beliefs, which is not accurate. Those are just fictional stories about it. About the, actual plot lines. Okay, 1 second. The cat's doing her thing again. I'll be right back. I apologize, guys. Alright, let's get this going. Let's not do that. Where is that door? There we go. Alright, time to do this puzzle. I'm gonna look at my picture real quick. Okay, so we have VV8, arrow to the right 7, arrow to the left XX, arrow to the right X3. I'm trying to remember what these were stand-ins for. Unless we're doing VV as 5, in which case we're going 18, 20, 23. I think that's it. 18, right to 7, left to 20, and then right to 20, or to 13. There we go. Handgun bullets. Handgun bullets. Yeah, it's just Greek or Roman numerals is what they're using there. Okay, let's look around and get on. Well, we already did dig into the toilet, so... Goodbye. I think I'm just gonna start dodging the lion figures for now. We do not want to go in here yet. Kaboom, kaboom, and 3. On your feet. And you let me kick you. Thank you. Mannequins like being kicked. Wait. I did not say that out loud, did I? At least I didn't say mannequins like being stepped on, because that could have been interpreted a very different way. I'm trying to remember where we are, because I don't have a map. Ah, there we go. There we go. That's the map I'm looking for. Okay. We're good. So we've got a couple locked doors. We're good there. So let's go ahead and head upstairs. Actually, what floor am I on right now? We are already on that floor. Hold on, I think I missed something. Let me check the laundry room again. No. I remember there being something in the laundry room, but I'm guessing I'm maybe on the wrong floor. Oh no, we got creepers everywhere. No one likes creepers. Zoe. Okay, good. You can lay down there. That's fine. Come on. White Chrism. Aha! A glass bottle containing milky white anointing oil. So this is not in the original playthrough of the game. This is only in New Game Plus. But it is necessary, and we will discuss it more later. No, creepers are those little insects, guys. Don't be weird. Let's see, I don't think there's anything else in here. Oh, nope. Something written on the desk. First lies the seat of he who is peerless, silent and empty, heartless and fearless. Beside him sits no one who knows the place of the servant is next to the throne. Dozens of feet yet, not a single toe, the one that is hidden beside him doth go, seducer of dreams, creature of Hades, lying further from man and closer to lady. Man and woman seeing all, heedless to the raven's call, silent and hidden the two may be, they be not there for you to see. Return them to whence they would be, and blessed shall descend upon thee. I speak thus with the North Star behind me, the birth of the sun, the start of the story. Yeah, the North Star behind you, so you don't have a guiding star, you're just ignoring it. That's great. The milky white oil, the implications. Oh, Trailblazer, you're... Yes. 100% yes, that is what's intentional. It's just this, the reason why the milky white anointing oil, wink wink, gives you those ideas makes more sense once we get another artifact, which isn't until much later in the game. But your mind is in the right place, even though it sounds weird. The North Star's older than the sun. Is that true? Is the star that we use as the North Star, at least the sun, is that truly older than Sol? I don't know. I'm not very good at astronomy.
Oh, it's you.
Yeah, I'm James.
Angela.
Angela. Okay. I don't know what you're planning, but there's always another way.
Really? But you're the same as me. It's easier just to run. Besides, is what we deserve.
No, I'm not like you.
Are you afraid? I'm sorry.
It's okay. Did you find your mother?
Not yet. She's not anywhere.
Did she live in this apartment building?
I don't know.
So, all you know is she lived in this town.
What did you say? How do you know that?
Well, I just figured, 'cause this is where you're looking for her. How else would I know?
Yeah.
Am I right?
I'm so tired.
So, why did you come to this town anyway?
I'm sorry. Did you find the person you're looking for?
Not yet. Her name's Mary. She's my wife.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. Anyway, she's dead. I don't know why I think she's here.
She's dead?
Don't worry. I'm not crazy. At least, I don't think so.
I've got to find my mama.
Should I go with you? This town's dangerous. Now I know what you meant back there in the cemetery.
I'll be okay by myself. Besides, I'd just slow you down.
What about that?
Will you hold it for me?
Sure. No problem.
If I kept it, I'm not sure what I might do. No! Oh, I'm sorry. I've been bad. Please, don't!
And the prisoner. Oh, I do agree. I've seen these scenes in the remake. I haven't played the game, though, Hypnosol. I do agree that the acting is top-notch in the remake. I still hold that these scenes are more disconcerting. Because, like, let's just look at the scene in the remake. We'll talk about it more once I play it for the first time. Even though I have watched the cutscenes. You have more sympathy for Angela in the remake. In this one, it's more like you're kind of on edge. You're not sure what she seems more erratic, and you can't really get a feel for exactly what's going on in her head. Like, you understand what she's thinking, but at the same time, she could act randomly and chaotically, and you're just like, okay, I don't even know if I want to get involved here. Versus you definitely want to get involved. Like, this is a very different portrayal, and it evokes two very different emotions. And here's a photo she left on the ground. Not gonna say much about this, but if you know, you know. So what I enjoy about the two scenes between Eddie and Angela in here is it shows an evolution of reactions. So if there is a thing that you feel extreme guilt over, whether in the immediate moment or in the aftermath, once confronted with the idea that who you've built up in your head is radically different from who you are, vomiting is a very common reaction. Like, vomiting, it's just something that's so extreme the body does not know how to tolerate it on a physical level, so you evacuate. And just like what happened when James had his intrusive thought when he picked up the handgun and then immediately found a version of himself with a gunshot wound in front of the TV, Angela's in the same headspace. The shock and horror about what you are leading you to the vomiting, and then what do I do about it? And one option is what Angela represents. Oh yeah, 100%. Gaming, like, yeah, gaming and entertainment. Yeah, I know all the requirements. I know which ending we're going for, and the simple fact that I picked up the White Chrism will give you a clue about who I'm going for, of what ending I'm going for. I'm very familiar with this game. I've been playing it for how many years? Over 15 years. I've actually never seen Jacob's Ladder. I do intend to, so I'm not sure if that's a spoiler for the film. Ah! Oh my gosh, get off me. Oh my god, I hate those creepers. Those little bugs are annoying. It's just, it's not worth our handgun bullet ammunition to take care of it. Let's get out of here and back into the stairwell. Alright. Boom. So we are here. We've got you, and you. Second floor. We do have a key for room 209, 201. And we have not been up to the third floor yet. Okay. And we're trying to keep spoilers from this game out of chat as well, Nikki. Because some people haven't played this game, so I'm trying not to spoil the ending. Like, I'm talking themes, but that's as much as I am willing to do right now. Wait, this is the wrong room. Which room was it? Am I crazy? I might be crazy. There we go. Okay, it's either 109 or 105. Let's head over there. Yeah, that's what we're looking for. Okay. So let's read the poem again, and then we'll put this in. First lies the seat of he who is peerless, silent and empty, heartless and fearless, so nothing. Beside him sits the one who knows the place of the servant is next to the throne. So we have the prisoner, the old man, and the serpent. Dozens of feet, yet not one single toe. That one that is hidden beside him doth go. Okay, so we have emptiness, old man, emptiness, seducer of dreams, creature of Hades. So that they're gonna call out the serpent. So the serpent lying further from man and closer to lady. So there's the gap between the man and closer to lady. Okay, man. Okay, got it. No, we're not gonna do the UFO ending. Okay, give me a second. Sorry, I basically have to keep a cough drop in my mouth at all times, otherwise I'm going to start going into a coughing fit. So if you guys are listening to me chewing around on it, I apologize. It's between that or we push this off another couple weeks. The Linehouse Key. Now, I remember this was something. What was line? Hold on. Let me check my notes real quick, because if I remember correctly, line was actually relevant. Oh, yeah. The name Adrian Lyne is the director of Jacob's Ladder. So, randomly, that comment just came full circle right there. Yep. So yeah, the Linehouse Key is literally just a Jacob's Ladder reference. And we're going to room 209. Really? Oh, okay. Let's leave the room and come back in. Hopefully we'll get it. Darn. So this room has like a percent chance to have an extra audio clip play, but it doesn't happen every run through. It happens sometimes, and it just, for some reason, we didn't get it this time, which sucks. And it's just a really weird audio clip, and a lot of people projecting a lot of a lot of people claim to know what it's saying. It's just a whisper that comes over the creepy whispers. So there's a lot of whispers that happen in this room sometimes, and a lot of people say, oh, well, it's actually James talking this, or someone saying this, or someone else talking to him. It's actually none of that. It is a random, indistinguishable whisper. They found the original audio clip, and it's gibberish. But the point is, people listen to it and infer meaning from nonsense. People are so convinced it's actually talking about the end of the story when it's literally nothing. Literally nothing. And I think I missed some stuff, because if you went to the room 209 door without having the key, there's a note on that you're talking to, that's like a letter to Dear Tim, which is, again, another reference to Jacob's Ladder, where Tim Robbins is the guy who plays Jacob. But I missed that entirely, because I just got the key first. Yeah, it came from a sound effect from the 30s or something. Yeah, and it was completely meaningless. It's just really amusing that people can hear things that really don't exist. And isn't that the trick that anyone who does video analyses or literature, like literary analysis, we have to keep that in the back of our heads, because a lot of the times the things we infer are not at all what's there. Not at all. I think that is what that the whispers are intended to mean, Vest, is that we infer things that are meaningless. I'm trying to remember where this is supposed to go. I think I'm going crazy, because I could have sworn that was right there. Oh, there it is. Sorry. It's literally right there. Okay, never mind. I just didn't see it. I'm an idiot. But no one can tell me that playing through Silent Hill dungeons is not like playing through a Zelda dungeon. It totally has that same feel. Well, okay then. Again, you didn't put a sock in the door, buddy. This is kind of your fault. Luckily, we don't actually have to fight this guy. All you gotta do is just run away from him. For a long enough time. So we are not gonna waste any ammunition here. This is kind of anticlimactic once you know that, because you can literally just run away like a retard while he's constantly trying to just drag his giant knife after you. Boop. But yeah, if you have no clue about this and you try to find him normally, this can be a very frustrating and nerve-wracking fight, but that's if you're trying to, yeah. Boop. And considering how much little space there is in here, it's kind of claustrophobic, but it's fine. I just feel kind of bad, like I'm bullying the poor guy right now. They were a fan of Berserk. That Berserk is something I do need to check out. Yeah, you got it, gaming and entertainment. Yeah, like, just run corner to corner. This is all you need to do, and you can win this fight. It's just not as entertaining. What's up, Draco? You don't like the sound of him scraping that knife all over the place? I've only actually played Resident Evil 1, 0, 5, and 6. So no, like, Resident Evil is not a series that I've played a lot of. And generally, I don't know how much I would frankly enjoy it, because when I look at horror games, what I'm most looking for is the psychological aspect, and not just the outright horror of it. Like, I love the exploration of the human mind, and not just, hey, zombies, let's go fight some. That's... It's probably, they're amazing games, but it's just not what I tended to focus on. And now he's going down beneath the surface of the unconscious yet again, where he belongs. Okay. Because, yeah, literally the Red Pyramid, it just decided that, hey, let's go back into the unconscious, beneath the surface of the waters. And honestly, the only reason we really played a lot of 5 when I was younger in my high school years is because it was multiplayer and my buddy had it, and we would just get together and just have fun with it. It wasn't really a serious thing. I understand that's probably considered the weakest one. I think 5 and 6 are looked down upon in the franchise because they make it more like action games and less horror games. Ow! James, what was that? You are clumsy, but then again, I'm controlling you, so what does that say about me?
You! It was you, wasn't it? You're the one who stepped on my hand.
I don't know. Maybe I did.
What's a little girl like you doing here anyway?
Huh? Are you blind or something?
What's that letter?
None of your business. You didn't love Mary anyway.
Wait! How do you know Mary's name?
What I love most about this character, because we haven't named her yet, so I'm not going to name her myself. Whoa, 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 cat. Don't step on the keyboard. Is she has a very simplistic mindset. Everything is very cut and dry, black and white. She doesn't have the nuance that comes with adulthood when it comes to rational thinking. Just like how our inner child perceives things. Because it doesn't think past that type of mentality. And yet it has such a profound influence on us. What's her role in the game? We'll talk about it more as we go. I mean, you look at there's a couple variations of it, which is just the childish mindset and how we perceive things, but also the wounded child, which is something you want to heal. Plus the representation of innocence, which we will describe that more as we continue. Rosewater. Caution, slippery when wet or frosty. Now, rosewater is very specific because that is a anointing oil it's a purification anointing oil in many religious systems. So after going through that, you're literally cleansing yourself in rosewater after you exit the muck of what we just went through. Hey there, Katie. Zoe, what are you doing? Hello there. And we need how many bullets do we have already? We already have 160 rounds and haven't used it yet. You know what? Just because we're walking around, let's have some fun. Yeah. Okay. Sorry, I'm being weird. Patrick Chester, son of Edward, he fought and died for the people, for liberty, and for all of our tomorrows. His memory lives on, even though his head is gone. Where am I at? I probably do need to wash our hands after what we just did with that toilet earlier. There we go. I think that's the last of the items in here, if I remember correctly. Nope, I take that back.
Mary? No, you're not.
Do I look like your girlfriend?
No, my late wife. I can't believe it. You could be her twin. Your face, Your voice, just your hair and clothes are
My
different.
name is Maria. I don't look like a ghost, do I? See? Feel how warm I am?
You're really not Mary.
I told you. I'm Maria.
Sorry. I was confused.
Where are you going?
Gotta love the butterfly
I'm
tattoo on
looking
her
for
stomach.
Mary. Have you seen her?
Same thing with the moth in the apartment
Didn't you
complex.
say she died?
Oh yeah, 3 years ago. But I got a letter from her. She says she was waiting in our special place.
And that's here? Anyway, I haven't seen her. Is this your only special place?
Well, there's the hotel too, I guess. The one on the lake? I wonder if it's still there.
The Lakeview Hotel? Yeah, it's still there. So, the hotel was your special place, huh?
Oh, ow, 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 ow,
I
cat,
bet
what are
it
you doing?
was.
Why are you biting
Don't
me?
get so mad. I was just joking. Anyway, it's not that way. It's this way.
You're coming with me?
You were gonna just leave me?
No, but...
With all these monsters around?
No, I just...
I'm all alone here. Everyone else is gone. I look like Mary, don't I? You loved her, right? Huh, or maybe you hated her.
Don't be ridiculous.
So it's okay?
Yeah, fine.
So we get a little bit more on Maria's character in Born from Her Wish, which we will talk about then. But that's going to be the DLC campaign, which they haven't done in the remake yet. They should absolutely make that, but maybe they won't. Who knows? We got a party member who, thankfully, doesn't talk to us in this one very often. Unlike in the remake where it's just non-stop chatter. In memory of the 67 who died of illness and now sleep beneath the lake. I'm trying to remember if this was the ship that crashed, or if this was... No. This is related to the plot line of the hospital, which we'll discuss when we get there. I got a chainsaw. Okay, let's take this off. I mean, like, if I was just hanging out by myself in a park and some dude walked up to me holding a chainsaw, I would be very... I'd not be in that park for much longer. Just saying. Trying to find... Victim of persecution. Oh, so I have the full text here. Give me a second. Victim of persecution by the Christians, Jennifer Carroll lived with pride and honor. What happened here shall never be forgotten. So, part of the naming of the streets around here for, where is it at? Carroll Street is in reference to her, but it's also reference to Lewis Carroll. Cat, can you, like, move away from the screen so I can see what's going on? Thank you. There's a good girl. Wonder if they're merely Easter eggs or implications that James is Avon Ritter. Well, they did that in the first game, too. That all the streets were a reference to authors. And in the novelization of Silent Hill 1, it is revealed that Harry was an author. He wrote one book. Okay. Could have sworn there was like another health drink around here, but I guess not. Or maybe that's when we come back here after the fact. That could be the case. How's that SCP research? Oh, I still need to do that. I've been intending to do just like an SCP lore dive stream, just for the fun of it. Alright. Hey, you leave her alone. Ow. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Okay. There we go. So there is two things we can do right now. Either A, wander all over the streets in the east to get a bunch of gear, or we can come back there later at another point in the game and pick up the exact same stuff. But it's very dangerous because there's just nothing but enemies running around. There's literally just nothing but monsters running everywhere, and we get like a few health drinks, ammunition, and stuff like that. Yes, and why? Where's the parking lot? Hold on. I'm trying to find the save point right here. It's just kind of hard to see. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. Alright guys, that's going to be it for today. I think that's a good pausing place here, right here at the motel. So next time, it's probably going to be Monday or Wednesday, I'm not sure. We're going to be continuing on, heading into the hospital. Thank you all for hanging out. And I will see you all in a few days. Take it easy, y'all.